Libra, and welcome to your November 2018 general reading. You've got so many people showing up in this reading. They're my worst readings, Libra, I have to say. But what's really odd, and what I really like here, there's something hugely powerful, because the King and Queen of two elements have shown up. The King and Queen of Cups and the King and Queen of Pentacles. Gosh, I so often see that, okay? When the energy of the King and Queen of the same element appear. I literally see it a few times a year, and you've got it twice, which means there's a real coming together. And if it's not in relationships, it's within your own self. Really, so I'm quite blown away by it, because I think I've only ever seen it twice, that two sets. So there's this sort of perfect blending of the emotional nature and the real practical part of your life, okay? And when I see these elements showing up, it's very often the energy of soulmates that I see, by the way, because you're grounding the emotional nature. I've seen readings of the most compatible people, but if you don't get the earth element, nothing manifests. So it stays as the feelings. But you've got the King and Queen of Cups and the King and Queen of Pentacles, which means there's some sort of huge shift going on for you, either in your relationships or within yourself. But boy, it's huge. And I think it's relationships, because you've got the Loyal Heart card. You're, I think, the second person to pull that. I think it was Cancer that got it. And Loyal Heart is when you start to see things on your pathway that actually show you the evidence of someone's true feelings for you, okay? Which is the King and Queen of Cups with the King and Queen of Pentacles. I know this is very confusing. So it's quite, I don't know what this is going to be about, by the way. Look at the relationship readings next week. Now, as you move into November, you've got the Empress and the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is the card about reconciliation, okay? With the Empress, this could be reconciliation or good news around finances, housing, love. But the Six of Cups traditional meaning is reconciliation, and the Empress rules family. She can rule housing. She is about finances because she's Venus, and Venus rules our money. There's definitely looks like there's some good news around that area of your life, okay? Now, what you most want is the King of Swords, okay? So, this is a strange card to what you most want. I mean, it's not, because it's your own element. But the King of Swords is a card about taking a step back. Not rushing into anything, Libra, whatsoever, yeah? Venus retrograde is not a time to make decisions anyhow, and we know Venus has gone back into your sign. But it's like what you most want is a higher vision. And there's probably a feeling that you don't have that higher vision right now, and you need to take a step back in order to find it. But I think it's going to emerge over time, because your protector energy is the Moon card. And the Moon card is right under the Empress. So there's definitely an energy about being very looked after, especially by the feminine principle, which is always about love and nurturement. But the Moon is your protector energy, is about being in the unknown and being at peace with that. Now, when you can learn to be at peace with the unknown, you've not far off mastered life, by the way. And that's probably why you're getting the King and Queen of two elements. Because most people are terrified of the Moon energy. But when we can go into it and learn to trust that I don't have to make any decision, I don't have to be forced by anyone or anything into anything. I can just allow the clarity to come in its own time, which is the King of Swords. Then we begin to rest in peace. And that's when what word can I use? That's when we all join together. That's when we reach this inner harmony. And that's when you get your Libra, because the scales come into balance. When you can allow the truth to be revealed, you can allow the answers to come to you without anxiety. Your challenge is the Queen of Cups. You might be having a bit of compassion fatigue, by the way. She's appearing for a lot of people as a challenge at the moment, as someone who's maybe a bit like, I've been compassionate, I've been fair, and just a little bit fed up with having to be the one who's always offering the cup, being loving and being kind. You might be pulling back your energy quite a bit, Libra, in order to go within to find the answers. It is always the solution, by the way. A lot of people don't like doing it though. Now, in your relationships, you've got the King of Pentacles. This could be a person, because at soul level, you have got the Queen of Pentacles. So there's definitely some union happening here. And because of the Pentacles, it can be the earth signs, but not necessarily. The Pentacles are about being real, okay? Being authentic, real dialogue, authenticity. And it's about two people who want the same thing. This person might be the focus of your relationships, or you might be focused much more on very tangible parts of your life. The King of Pentacles in his negative is very, very stubborn, guys, okay? Doesn't move very much, very fixed. He'd be like a king sometimes. Even if he knows in every bone of his body what he wants, he would still not go after it. Or he'd go after it in his own time, which is way out of our league, because his own time is in his own realm, okay? So this is what's showing up in your relationships. You might have to be patient. You might be dealing with a very stubborn, very fixed energy. Money and work, you've got some good news coming your way. The Knight of Cups, this is about good news arriving. There's no other way to explain the Knight of Cups. So hopefully some of you are being delivered. So for Judgment card, I think there's some good news around your finances coming, which would be great, wouldn't it? At a soul level, you've got the Queen of Pentacles again. So there's definitely this balance between what's going on within you and what's happening in your relationships. I keep getting the message, Libra, about not hurrying, taking a step back, being the observer. Because if the moon's looking after you, it's almost like you've got this protection to go on a very personal quest to find your own answers. Now the outcome is the King of Cups, and you've also got the Queen of Cups. That's what I mean. You've got that twice, which is always about union in the heart of the male and the female, which might be going on within you, or it might be about a relationship where you're coming together in a very, very, very different way from when you have done in the past. I am not sure which one it's going to be, because this isn't even meant to be a relationship reading, but it's the way it's appearing. The Queen of Cups, the King of Cups can be a water sign, male or female. And that's all, but there's a bit of a challenge. Maybe you've been very kind, very compassionate. You're a bit fed up with having to be in that energy, but they're very, very stubborn, Libra, and they won't do anything apart from when it's in their own timing, which is maybe why the moon is your protector energy. because it's almost saying that it's safe for you to relax. You don't have to worry, you don't have to push. You can allow the process to unfold. Also, and the Queen of Pentacles at a soul level is very, very grounded, very solid, very secure. That peacock's got its tail because it eats its own thorns, which means the Queen has overcome difficulty. She's very grounded. There's definitely a message about not allowing yourself to be pushed, Libra. To go within, to allow this process to unfold. Because the moon as a protector is saying just don't push anything. Trust the unfoldment of this process that you're going through. Something very interesting going on here, Libra. It's almost I can't quite... I can explain it, but it's that sort of... You know, at times in our life when we feel really connected and really at peace within our own self. That's sort of what's going on here. And not only emotionally, but being connected with Earth, being slow, being stable, being committed. And don't allow yourself to be pushed by anyone, okay? That's sort of a message from me to you. A bit confusing, Libra. I think you got the most confusing reading of the whole sign, of the whole signs. But I'll be back next week and we might get more clarity then. Okay, loads of love. Bye.